Hey everyone, welcome to Moon Daughter Esoterica. My name is Tammy, and this is going to be a reading for a small group of the collective. I'm not even sure what this message is going to be about. I've been summoned, I've been called. Somebody is looking for answers, or perhaps a few of you are looking for answers. And so I am here to find out what the message is for you. Of course, take this message if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't, for whoever else may be coming along. If you do feel like this message could be helpful to someone else, absolutely feel free to pass that along. Okay, so universe, spirit guides, please give us a message. Give an overview here, see what this is even about. Oh goodness, cards everywhere. Okay, so we have stuck in the mud, and we also have sad embrace. So immediately what I'm getting from this, and this can shift and change as we go through this reading, but this feels like someone who is either stuck in grief, stuck in a moment in time, stuck in their sadness. This really does feel like grief, though, to me, not being able to let someone or a situation go. Could be either way. So again, like I said, we'll figure that out as we go through these messages, but somebody definitely being stuck in their sadness or grief. So let's get some tarot cards out here to get some more information. Get Five of Swords on the cut, so this could be a loss through an argument, a breakup, something like that. And being stuck in rumination, thinking things over and over and over again. Do have Three of Swords in reverso on the cut. So this tells me that you are healing, you are moving through this, but perhaps you're feeling stuck and asking for guidance. So let's see what your guides have to say. Okay, so I do have the Lover's card here, and it's in the upright. I don't necessarily know that this is grieving the end of a relationship or a partner. For some of you, it could, but this feels like the information that I'm getting is that in this situation, the best that could be done was done. Like there wasn't anything left, there wasn't anything hanging, there wasn't anything that you didn't do that could have changed the outcome of this situation. I see that you tried a whole lot, and perhaps some of this rumination with this Eight of Wands here, perhaps some of this rumination has to do with you thinking, well, maybe if I'd have tried this, or maybe if I'd have tried that, things would be different. But with the Lovers in the upright, this is saying that this is talking about a decision that is made on your moral or ethical beliefs to the highest and greatest good of all. So this wasn't necessarily just being selfish. This is talking about making the best decision you could. And I really get the sense that it was like you did the best you could in this situation. And this is coming through very strongly. So in those times where you feel like, well, what if I had done this? Or perhaps I should have given more energy. I'm feeling this would have ended up the way it did anyway. And so, giving yourself credit for the action you took and the actions you didn't take, I feel like it was the right thing to not take those actions, if that makes any sense. Um, because I feel like one, it wouldn't have changed the situation. Two, it could have been detrimental to you or could have um, perhaps ended this in a more negative way had some of those steps or actions been taken. I am seeing a bit of crisis of faith too. Now, this is a Hierophant, but in this deck, it does read faith. And so I do see a bit of crisis of faith. Normally, you are a very optimistic person. You're someone who's willing to work hard, put in the emotional, physical, and mental labor into anything that you're involved in, be it a relationship, a career, a friendship, whatever this is. I'm seeing that you're the type of person who's usually very optimistic, willing to work hard and play hard as well. Um, I'm seeing here, though, that in your process of healing, this is bringing up something where you've taken on too much responsibility for others' behavior, for others' actions, for things outside of your control. This is a moment of healing and clearing this life lesson. I feel like this isn't the first time that you face this challenge where you're having to step back and realize, okay, that really wasn't my responsibility. There's nothing I could have done about that. We have Judgment and the World in the upright in your reading. And so with Judgment in the upright, this is a final exam from all those lessons that you've learned before. This is a final exam, and Judgment is upright. So I see you pass and you move on to the integration. And this is where you sit there and you integrate everything that you've learned and get prepared to move forward in a different direction. And I feel like this is currently happening. You may not be aware of it, or it may not feel like it. I'm also seeing that some of this is integrating during the dream time when you're sleeping. Pay attention to your dreams. I also feel like there may have been some times where you've woken up from nightmares and from this situation, or you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't get back to sleep. Now, that having been said, if this is someone who has passed on to the other side, you could be getting visitation from them as well in your dreams. So if you're wondering, hey, was that this person? Yes, it was. But I feel like it was a lot more closer to the ending of the situation than it is right now. And that was because at this point in time, it's not healthy for you. It's to your detriment, because I see that you wake up and then you aren't able necessarily to get back to sleep. You go back into the, what if I could have done things different? And I feel like this person, if they're coming to you in their sleep, is just there sort of holding space for your grief. But they're realizing that this sort of disrupts your flow and you go back into your head and start ruminating over and over again. I'm seeing that they are actually really good. This the struggles, or and I don't necessarily see it as fighting either. I have 5 of Wands, so there were some challenges for sure. There was seeing things differently for sure, but this wasn't in a way that was like warfare or something like that. This feels more friendly to me. The disagreements, the things that you didn't see eye to eye on. It's okay to have someone in your life that you don't see eye to eye on, and I'm feeling like this was a very refreshing perspective for this individual. Again, we're all on our own paths and we make our own choices. And if anything, I'm getting that you are appreciated exactly the way you are. Don't ever change is what I'm hearing. And if this isn't someone who's passed on, this is coming in from guides saying you're exactly who you are and you're where you need to be. And it is okay to take some of that burden off of your shoulders. We have 10 of Wands in the reverse. You're carrying too much weight. You're carrying too much burden for situations that you had no control over. I have the Star here. I have the Lovers. I have the World. I have Judgment. There's a lot of major arcana in this reading. And what I'm seeing is that this was all destined. This was all fate. This was all part of the person who stepped away, however they left. This is part of their life path and their life plan coming onto this earth. And so you're being asked to really recognize what was your responsibility and what wasn't, and start prioritizing yourself again. There may be some issues with perhaps you did prioritize yourself, and this seemingly led to the end or the disconnection with this person. And that's not the case at all. It really is time to get back and start prioritizing the things in your life, the dreams you have, the things you want to do moving forward with your life. It's time to start doing that again. You're not being punished for this or anything like that. I'm getting that it's really important to set down the burdens that aren't yours so that you can get going again. I do feel like this is going to continue. We have 6 of Swords. This is going to continue for a while until you have a perspective shift. So I'm not expecting this reading to be an end all be all. You're saved, you're cured, you're fine, whatever. This is just giving you insight into what's going on and why you're feeling stuck and how to sort of move out of that. I do feel like fresh ideas are coming into you. This could be fresh opportunities as well coming in where you'll be lined up to take things that will take you away from whatever this connection was that has left your life. There's going to be other things to focus on. And so it's really important to start prioritizing your healing at this time, your getting back into who you truly are. I don't want to say who you were. I want to say who you truly are. I'm going to get some more cards here and see if there's specifics on how exactly to do that. But overall, the message that I am getting here is that you did the best you could, and that was more than good enough. I feel like there was things that transpired that you did or that you helped out with that were bigger than you thought. Um, may not have been acknowledged as big as they actually were, but you did bring good into the situation. It was just simply time for this to end. Let me see if I can get some more details on all the cards. Okay. All right. So let's get these cards here. So first of all, the person, whether they're on the earth plane or not, are thinking of you. They're aware of your energy. If they passed over, they're with you, holding space for you. They're aware of where you're at in your grief and acknowledging you. If this is a situation where the person is still on the earth plane, they're still thinking of you. We have dog far away. So even though they're not in your life anymore, there is acknowledgement, appreciation, a fond remembrance of the connection that you had. Moving forward, I do see excitement coming in for you. So getting excited about, even if there is attachment to the grief and feeling like you haven't taken the time to honor this connection, this situation that has moved out of your life, you may still be in that. And I feel like you will be for a while. Everyone moves through grief at their own pace. There's no way to rush through it. Feel your feelings, feel them all the way through. And then that's where healing begins. But if you can't find excitement in your day to day, try and find excitement for what life will look like on the other side of this grief. We have climbing towards success. I do feel like this has to do with career, money, career, something like that, because we have ladder climbing towards success, we have bread, period of prosperity and abundance, and we have money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So on the other side of this, especially if this is something that has hit you really hard and you haven't been able to work, or you haven't been able to, you know, do your work to maximum efficiency, you've been sort of struggling with the day to day to complete, I do see on the other side of this, healing as you heal, success is coming for you. And so getting excited about that, acknowledging of where you're at right now in your grief process, but also acknowledging that the future, you will go on, things, life will go on, and things are going to be good for you. If you're starting to worry about money, perhaps this grief has taken you away from being able to produce income for yourself. On the other side of this, this is waiting for you. So as you move through the grief, understand that it won't always be this way, and that success is coming in for you. I do want to pull a couple more cards before we end this reading and get some inspiration cards here for you. Life will be adventurous again. I will tell you, I pulled the card of adventure. I think that's it. I pulled the card of adventure, and so this ties right in with this firecracker. And this could be summer celebrations around the time that this starts to bring in, this excitement starts to come in for you. Adventure. This is getting excited about your next adventure, even if you can't see how that's going to be, where that's going to be, anything like that. Understanding that on the other side of where you're at right now, this feeling of being stuck, adventure awaits. And so perhaps shifting your energy to looking at that. Hey, when I move through this, good things are going to happen. We also have let love be your beacon. So if this is a situation where you sort of closed off your heart and said, I'm never going to follow my heart again, I'm never going to listen to my feelings again, my intuition was wrong, something like that, I do feel like on the other side of this healing, you will get to a place again where you can follow your heart, love what loves you back, heighten your vitality. We do see here, again, this healing is coming. So please be patient with yourself. Your guides, angels, loved ones, and spirit are there supporting you. There's no shortcut though through grief. We just have to go through it. And some days will be better than others. But as you move through this, your strength, your vitality, your health will definitely improve. You will start to feel this. This allows the flow for that excitement to come in. And finally, we have perfect setting. And so this card always tells me that we are constantly creating our perfect setting. And so moving forward, as you begin to come back to life, as it were, you will be creating the setting that is ideal for you moving forward. So it doesn't have to be perfect for you to step away from this grief. It doesn't have to be perfect for you to sit in this grief either. I'm getting that you are creating the perfect setting each and every day, and that will continue. And again, success is coming for you. It's waiting for you to go through this process. Grieving takes time. Allow yourself that time. Hope that helped. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to share some of the details in the description, more than welcome to. Don't expose anything more than what you're comfortable with. But if you'd like to share your story, I'm sure I'm trying to build a community here. I'm sure we would all love to be supportive of you. And of course, if you like to see more videos like this, go ahead and give me a subscribe. Give me a subscribe. Wow, words are hard. Give me a subscribe, and I would love to see you in our community. Thanks so much. Many blessings.